That's why I need a one dance. Got her in a scene in my head. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold.
Let me be your woman. I can be your woman. Baby, I like your style.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Kennedy, and I'm back once again with another video. Now today, as you can see, I got on my Drake merch. And you know, if you watch my channel, if I'm wearing my Drake merch, you know we're gonna be talking about Drake, because it's a tradition to dress for the occasion. Now today, we're going to be doing a new video concept. It's going to be a rank and review, and today we're going to be ranking and reviewing Drake's album For All the Dogs, okay? And that means that I'm going to be ranking each song on the album from worst to best, and I'm going to be giving my commentary and opinions throughout the video on each song. And then once I get through the track list, I'm going to give my overall opinion, my overall review, and I'm going to give it a star rating out of 5. 5 stars meaning it was amazing, perfect album. 1 star meaning it was trash, and any number in between means that it was mid, okay? You feel me? And I'm going to be playing little segments of the songs in between my commentary, because I can't play the entire song because of copyright. So I'm going to be playing little segments, okay? Little segments, just a little bit, little taste of each song, okay? And this list is based off of the first few listens of the album. I listened to the album quite a few times for this list to make sure that I was sure of my opinions, and I was sure of where I had the songs ranked, and I was sure about my review. And I think I'm pretty solid in my list. I'm pretty confident in what I have, but knowing me, a couple years from now, I might completely change my mind. But as of today, these are my opinions. And I think I'm pretty solid in my list. I have a pretty good list, so I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kennedy____. Follow me on TikTok at Kennedy_39. And make sure you have me on Snapchat at KennedyBuck, no space, no capitals. Now let's get straight into the video.
The BBL, you won't know if it's real until you feel one.
So BBL Love, I was not feeling it. It was not giving. It was very much boring. It was a boring song, like, let's be real. It was boring. And I mean, it was just like an interlude song. And you know, like the interludes are like the little short transition songs. That's all it was. So it wasn't really that big of a deal of a song to me. But when I heard it, I was definitely not feeling it. And it was not giving what it was supposed to give at all. It was a very weird, slow jam about BBLs. That's all I could really describe it as. And then he kept giving like these Christmas reference vibes. And he keeps talking about some ho, ho, ho. I was like, ho, 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 really? Like, it was like a double entendre, Christmas and calling somebody a hoe. I think that's what he was trying to do. And like, we love Christmas, but like in the context of the song, it made the song really corny. It was giving cornball in the cornfield. And I mean, Drake, that's how Drake is. Drake is just a little bit corny. That's how he is. So coming from him, it makes sense, but I just wasn't really feeling the song. Now, one positive about the song though was that Sade did the outro. Now that part I liked. I like that she did the outro, but I kind of wish she did more than just the outro on the album. But the fact that he even got her on the album at all was cool. I mean, he's a huge fan of her. I think he has her tatted on him, so it was cool that she was on the album in some capacity. We like Sade over here. I grew up with her music. She's dope. But that was about the only positive about the song, was that Sade did the outro. The rest of the song itself was not giving. It was a boring, weird BBL song. Slow jam. That's all I can describe it as. Weird, boring, slow jam about BBLs. That's how I would describe it. And it was by far the worst song on the album, which is why it's at the bottom of my list. I actually liked the Screw the World interlude. It was a bit mid though, just a little bit mid, but I still enjoyed it. The song actually has an interesting story. So the song is by DJ Screw, and he passed away, so Drake was like paying homage to DJ Screw through this interlude. So I thought that was a nice touch to the album. The song is a chopped and screwed version of I Rule the World by Nas, and I love that song, so that's probably why I like this interlude so much, because it sampled that song, so I like that. DJ Screw had like some vocals over the top of it, so I thought that was a nice touch. So I liked the interlude overall, but the reason why I had to rank it lower on my list was because Drake technically wasn't on the song, like he didn't have any vocals on the song, so I had to rank it lower because of that reason. But I still really enjoyed the song. I think the song had an interesting story. There's a very interesting backstory to the song, so I enjoyed that part of it. I liked the song overall, but I had to rank it lower because Drake technically didn't have any vocals on it. But other than that, I enjoyed the song overall. It was a nice tribute and it was a nice interlude.
That you doing to me, you in the city, you later with him when I'm on the road with no one to see.
Screw Up Picasso, it was a pretty sounding song. It was a nice little slow jam vibes, you know what I'm saying? I like the bass on the song. The bass was great, but at times the song did get just a little bit boring, you know what I'm saying? It has some boring moments. Now the song, it felt like Drake was ranting, and I like when Drake rants because he like pours his heart out. He goes through changes in the song. You can feel the emotions. Love that part, but the song was very forgettable because like overall the song was just okay. Like I liked it. It sounded good, but it was very forgettable. Like once I was done with the album, I completely forgot the song existed once I was done listening. So it was a nice song, but it was very forgettable.
Did you treat you right?
Next on the list is Tried Our Best. Okay, now this song was decent. I like Ty Dolla $ign's background vocals on the song. I thought that was a nice touch because him and Drake had some nice like harmonizing parts on the song. Those were like the highlights of the song, but the negatives were, I didn't really like when Drake kept repeating treated you a million times. Like it was giving like why treated you like it was getting on my nerves. I was like, you could have said it a couple times and kept it pushing, but he kept saying it too many times and it was getting annoying. So the chorus was annoying until Ty Dolla $ign came in with the background vocals. Once the background vocals came in, then it was giving what it was supposed to give, but the lead up was not giving what it was supposed to give. It was giving annoying. It was giving very much repetitive. Now, Drake brought up some interesting topics though in the song. He was talking about he's about to be leaving his girl at home because she be messing up the vibes when they go out. It was giving very unhealthy relationship. It was an interesting topic to talk about. I was like, who are you talking about? What's the tea? What's going down? I was like very much invested in the tea part because I was trying to figure out who he was talking about. So that was interesting. He for real had me thinking with this song. So Ty Dolla $ign and the background vocals, the harmonizing, the highlights, the negative, the repeating of treated you a million times, didn't like that. But overall the song was decent and the vocals were great.
To my Bahamas trip, I know that you're not for me. Yeah.
I think Bahama Promises was nice. I enjoyed his vocal performance. Like he was giving runs, he was giving emotion. Like he really meant what he said in those lines when the girl messed up his Bahamas trip. Like he meant what he was saying the whole time. I felt the emotions in the vocals, so I enjoyed his vocal performance. The one thing I did not like though was when he kept talking about some pinky promises. I'm like, that's corny. It's giving cornball with a capital C. Like pinky promises, bruh. What are we in 3rd grade? Like no, I was not feeling the pinky promises part. But other than that, I liked the song. He kept talking about some chick named Haley. I'm like, who is this Haley person? Who are you talking about? What does she look like? Because I'm like, what's the tea? What's going on? What's going down? You know what I'm saying? Because Drake always be having me thinking, like, who you talking about? Who is this? What's this line about? What's this line about? I always be wondering who he's talking about in his songs. Because you have to do, like, a lot of research to kind of figure out who he be talking about. Because he be talking about so many different people. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was interesting. He, like, name dropped this person. So I'm like, who is this Haley person? It's the chick that messed up his Bahamas trip. But, like, she messed up the Bahamas trip. That's all I really got from the song. But I enjoyed the song. It was nice. His vocal performance was great. So overall, I think the song was nice. It was great. Great and nice. Likes polar opposites. I thought the chorus was interesting. I especially liked the vocals because I liked the high notes that Drake did in the song. I thought the song was very soothing. It was a decent, like, closer to the album. It's definitely not better than his other closing songs in the past on his other albums, but I think the closer was still, like, it was very mid. It was a very mid closer. It was a very soothing, chill vibe to the end of the album, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was a decent song, but in comparison to his other closer songs, this one really wasn't that memorable of a closer song, but I still thought the song was okay.
I was in a club before she even had it. She was 21.
Next is Calling For You. Now this song I have a love-hate relationship with because I love the beginning, I love the end. I hate the middle. That talking dialogue, random dialogue in the middle was dumb. I did not like that at all. It was not giving. And it took up, like, the vast majority of the song. Like, the bulk of the song was that random interlude dialogue in the middle. And I was very much upset by that because the beginning was great. Drake's part was great. 21 Savage, his part was great. The beat was great. Everything was great except for that middle part. Like, and it's like, ugh, like he ruined the song with that middle part. For real. Because, like, the song would have been perfect if that middle part was not there. Like, it pisses me off that he put that there. And it's like, whenever I listen to the song, I gotta listen to his part, then I gotta fast forward to 21 Savage's part. And it's like, that's pointless. Like, if I have to do that every single time to listen to the song, then I'm not gonna listen to the song that often, because that's too much work to have to do all that fast forwarding through the stupid dialogue that wasn't necessary. That was not necessary. That did not need to be there at all, period. Now, this song sounded like it was like a throwaway track from Her Loss, and Drake was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw it on my album just because I feel like it. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like a throwaway track from Her Loss. And I'm pretty positive that's what it is. And Drake was like, I'm just gonna put it on here because I want to, period, done. Like, that's what it felt like. He just threw it on there last minute because it was a leftover song from Her Loss. But overall, the parts of the song, 21 and Drake did great on their parts of the song. I just did not like the talking interlude. That was a waste of my time.
Richie Akiva, my broski bonito, he needs a bonita. Africa, bien loquita.
It was a good song. I love me some Bad Bunny, so I was excited to see him on the track list because I love the song that Drake and Bad Bunny did. It was called Mia. Mia is my jam, so I was excited when I seen Bad Bunny was on this album.
Yeah, yeah. Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía, tú misma lo decías.
Now, this song was not better than Mia at all. It wasn't even close to Mia, but I still think the song was good, even though it wasn't that close to, it wasn't anywhere near close to Mia. But I still enjoyed the song. I think Drake was trying to appeal to, like, the Latin community and have, like, a nice, like, little international hit, which is a good business tactic to get more people listening to the album. Because if they see Bad Bunny, the Latin community is gonna flock to the album more. So it was a good business tactic. But I think the song didn't really fit the vibe of the album. Like, it was very random. It felt like it was randomly put there. I don't think it fit the vibe. Now, I didn't really understand the lyrics because obviously they were in Spanish, so maybe the lyrics had something to do with the album. And dogs, I have no idea though, because I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't really understand the song. So to me, it felt like it was random and it didn't really flow with the vibes of the album. But I still think it was a good song. Drake's Spanish sounded pretty legit to me, so I was like, it sounded pretty good to me. I think the song is a fun song to dance to. I just think it didn't really fit on the album.
The late night with my bitch, just another late night with my bitch.
Another Late Night was a cute song. It had Lil Yachty on there, you know what I'm saying? Drake and Lil Yachty been kicking it a lot lately. I think Lil Yachty like produced some of the songs on the album, so I thought that was pretty cool because this song definitely sounds like he produced some stuff on it. And the song was giving the beat was giving like video game vibes, in my opinion. But the music video, I did a reaction to the music video, so if you ever want to check that out, you can check that out for more details about the song. But the music video gave Christmas vibes, which I like Christmas, so I enjoyed the Christmas vibes, but I thought the song gave more of a video game vibe based on the beat. But that's just my opinion. They both sounded okay on the song. The chorus was catchy. So it's a very catchy song, very cutesy song in my opinion. It was kind of basic though. That's what I was saying. The song was very basic. And the video was very basic as well. But I still enjoyed the song even though it was basic. But the fact that it was basic is the reason why it's on this spot on the list. Because it was giving basic, even though the song was pretty good.
Home anymore. It's just wall doors and floors that only I can afford.
Away From Home had a nice bass line. One of the main reasons why I liked the song was because of the beat. I enjoyed the chorus, and I also liked when he talked about like 106 in Park, Replacement Girl, his mom, all those things. It gave me like 2000s nostalgia, and I was like, oh, I remember Replacement Girl.
Let me show you what it is. I was birthed up top, I was raised at the bottom of the map, where the girls all thick and the hottest nigga rap. If you looking for the good, and we got him in a trap like took it from white snakes to this metaphor.
Replacement Girl is a classic Drake song. Love Replacement Girl. That's my jam still. Like, if you're like a real Drake fan, you know what Replacement Girl is. You just know. Like, if you know, you know. It's one of those you had to be there moments. Like, Replacement Girl, classic. Love that song. So I enjoyed like him like reflecting on like his career and like talking about like the past and what he went through in his career and all those things. It was a very nice walk down memory lane. That's why I enjoyed the song, because it gave me like nostalgia, 2000s vibes, and it was a nice walk down memory lane for me. So I was excited.
Question is, what would Pluto do for the hoe? So I did it. What would Pluto do?
What Would Pluto Do had a great beat. I thought it was a pretty catchy song. I liked when Drake kept saying okay. He kept like saying a line and he went okay after like every line. I thought that was funny. I was cracking up every single time he did that. He was like, okay. I love that part. That was catchy. It was funny. Lil Yachty did the background vocals on that song, so I'm assuming he produced it too. Don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure because he was doing the ad-libs in the back. And they were pretty good. This song is actually about Future. So this was like a little cute little Future tribute, because Future is Pluto, okay? So I thought that was cute of Drake to do, because Drake and Future have a cute like little friendship bromance situation. Love that. So I was here for the Pluto, what would Pluto do vibes. So I enjoyed the song. The one thing though I wish Future was actually on the song. That would have took the song to a whole nother level. If Future was on the song, that would have been even more cute. Like, that would have ate. I don't know why he didn't do that. Like, you can't hit up Future and be like, hey, I'm making a song about you. Get on my song. Like, you would think that would be easy to do. So I don't know if he wanted Future on the song or not, or if he was supposed to be on it and he couldn't, or he just didn't think about it. But he kind of fumbled the bag on that, because Future would have been perfect on the song, because the song's literally about him. So other than that, I thought the song was cute. I liked the beat. It was catchy. It made me laugh. So those are my overall thoughts on the song. But I probably would have ranked it higher if Future was actually on the song. So I had to docket a couple points because Future wasn't on there. But overall, I did enjoy the song.
The last one's laughing. Are you jacking them or jacking us?
I loved Members Only. Party Next Door ate that. He ate it up. He ate up the entire song. The vocals were giving. He understood the assignment for sure. And Drake too, like, his vocals were good. They were definitely giving also. Like, I enjoyed both of their vocal performances. Now, I did not like when Drake was talking about it's going down like timber. I was like, you stole that from Pitbull and Kesha. Why are you quoting Pitbull in your songs? No, it was not giving. It was giving cringe. That was very cringy. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes Drake has some really cringy moments in this album. This is definitely one of those moments when he says it's going down like timber. I was like, bruh, why are you talking about timber? Like, why are we talking about Pitbull songs in your songs? Like, because he was giving Pitbull references and Search and Rescue too. I'm like, was you kicking it with Pitbull last night and you just got inspired? Like, I don't understand. Like, why you keep quoting Pitbull in your songs? We love Pitbull, but Pitbull and Drake, they don't go together. I'm sorry. Those are two separate sides of the spectrum in terms of music, okay? So when he was quoting Pitbull, I was like, why are you quoting Pitbull on your songs? Timber's a great song, but you ain't got to quote that on your song. You took that from Pitbull. Why? No, Drake. So that was cringy. So that was the only part of the song that I didn't like. The song did kind of drag a little bit, but Party Next Door and Drake, they always make really great songs together. So I was expecting a really good song. That's what I got. So, I mean, but was it better than their other collabs? Absolutely not. It was not up to par with their other songs together. It was not up to par with Recognize. It was not up to par with Come and See Me. It was not up to par with Loyal. None of those songs. They have like a million other songs together, but those are the ones that popped in my mind first. It's not up to par with those songs at all. But I still enjoyed the song, even though it was not as good as their other collabs.
Party, Tito with 300. She just did her party. She in love with Sosa.
All the parties was good. I liked that Chief Keef was on there. That was a nice surprise. I enjoyed his part, but I wish his part was longer. Like, his verse was like 2 seconds long and then he disappeared and I was wondering where he went. I was like, what happened to Chief Keef? Like, he just disappeared. Like, he should have been in the song way more than he actually was. That was the one thing I did not like about the song. The song would have been perfect if Chief Keef had a bigger impact or a bigger presence on the song. Because he was just in it for 2 seconds. And then he mysteriously disappeared and I was wondering where he went. I was very irritated by that. I was like, Drake, why'd you only have Chief Keef on this song for 2 seconds? Fumbled the bag. Like, are you for real? Like, why? Anyways, I did like in Chief Keef's part though when he's talking about Sosa, because that gave me a nice throwback to Love Sosa, so that was a nice touch.
These bitches love Sosa, oh, and I know it. Fucking with them old boys.
So the part that Chief Keef did do, it was great. It just should have been 10 million times longer than it was. Now, I did enjoy that the beat changed in the song because it made the song kind of fun to listen to because it had like a different dynamics to the song, so that was nice. Drake name dropped The Weeknd in the song, so I thought that was interesting because he rarely ever name drops in his songs. Like when he disses somebody, he usually does like subliminals here and there, but he never directly name drops. I don't want to say never, but he rarely name drops people when he's dissing them. So when he name dropped The Weeknd, I was like, oh, what happened again? Because they be breaking up and getting back together. Like, their friendship is very weird. Like, one minute they're friends, one minute they're not, and then they beefing, but then they not beefing. We cool, but we not cool. It's so weird. Like, I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, do your personalities just not work together? Like, it's so weird that they always, like, they make up, but then they stop being friends, but then they make up, and then they stop being friends. It's weird. I don't understand why, though. Like, what's the tea? It's pretty strange. I don't know why. It's just weird. But my only critique is Chief Keef should have had a bigger part. I'm going to keep saying that forever. Chief Keef should have had a bigger part. Because, like, after Chief Keef said his part, Drake just repeated what he just said. So I'm like, Chief Keef couldn't come back for more? I don't understand. Like, I was irritated. Like, as you can see by my hand gestures, I was irritated. I was like, why? Like, I was just confused by that. So that's my one critique. Other than that, I enjoyed the song. It's just the Chief Keef appearance should have been longer. But since he didn't, it's in this spot on the list. So yeah, end of story. Chief Keef should have had a bigger part.
Damn, these niggas got me so twisted.
Wow is a great song. I loved how it showed like the male and female perspectives. Like SZA was the female perspective, Drake was the male perspective. So I like that it showed both sides. SZA definitely carried the song though. Like, she ate whole time. She was speaking facts whole time. So I definitely resonated with her parts in the song more than Drake, because I'm a female, so obviously I'm gonna resonate with the female part, duh. So yeah, so SZA carried that. Now Drake, he gave also, like, his vocals were good, SZA's vocals were good. Actually, both of their vocals were great. Actually, correction, great. Both of their vocals were great. I went into more detail about the lyrics in my reaction video, so if you want to see my reaction to the song in more detail, you can watch that. I'm just gonna give like a little short summary. So yeah, but another thing I liked also was I liked when Drake went through the months, because it shows how like a person changes throughout the year. That was something that stood out to me. So yeah, I really enjoyed the song. It's actually one of the more standout songs on the album because the vocals were great, the beat was great. I liked the different perspectives of the song. So yeah, it was definitely one of my favorites from the album, and it definitely was one of the standout songs from the album as well.
God, another USB to put in the safe. Thank God, at the crib dipping my foot in the lake.
Stadium in Charlotte is full of great bars. That's one of the reasons why I love this song, is because he gave some really, really great bars in the song. Like, the song was giving fire at all times. I loved it. So yeah, I broke down the lyrics more in my reaction videos. I did a reaction video to the music video for this song. So if you want a more in-depth explanation of the song, go check out that video, because in this video I'm just going to be giving a little short summary of what stood out to me and what I liked and stuff like that. So yeah, so one of the things that I liked about the video was that Adonis was in the video. I thought that was cute. I enjoyed his presence in the video. It made the video really adorableness. So I like that. I like that the beginning had like a God vibe with the choir, and they're talking about God and the religion. So I thought that was nice. because I like choirs and godliness because it gives the song a good vibe. So I enjoyed the godliness of the song, and I liked the fact that it's a timestamp song. Like, I'm glad that Drake decided to continue the timestamp tradition of doing a timestamp song. So I thought that was nice that he continued that tradition, because every single time that he does a timestamp song, he's always spitting bars every time. So it was great. He definitely continued that tradition with this song, and it was great. So I enjoyed that. Some lines that stood out to me was when he was talking about, I'm just saying that it's me versus whoever wanna lose. That bar stood out to me. That was one of my favorite bars from the song. I like the Jordan Peele bar when he's talking about us and Jordan Peele. Love that bar. Those are just some of the bars that stood out to me, but I broke down more of the bars in my reaction video. But those were like my top 2 favorite bars in the song. My top 2, you know what I'm saying? So I was feeling it. I love this song, and it was one of the standouts on the album, which is why I ranked it in this spot on my list.
I don't like what you did to your lips. I don't like.
7969 Santa was a great song. I love that he sampled Chief Keef, Don't Like, period, because that's one of my favorite Chief Keef songs. So I was definitely enjoying the sample on this song. It was a nice surprise.
A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
That means Chief Keef was on this album twice, so that was good. Should have gave Chief Keef a verse on there. That would have been good. Might as well have, since he sampled the song, right? And he gave him a really small part on All the Parties, so he could have made up for it and put him on this song, but whatever. Sample will do. Anyways, I love the song though. The Don't Like sample was definitely one of my favorite samples on the album. It was definitely memorable to me because one of the parts I just went, and I don't like in the background. I was just singing that the whole time. So that was definitely one of the standouts on the album for sure. I like that Snoop Dogg was on it. He had a little speaking part at the end, so I enjoyed that for sure, because that was literally perfect, because the album is called For All the Dogs and his name is Snoop Dogg. Like, that's literally perfect combo right there. It was great. And it was kind of a weird song though, because there was a lot of different songs. It was like, it sounded like there was like a bunch of songs combined, because there were so many different beats and so many different situations. It was weird. It just felt like a bunch of songs combined. It was weird, but in a good way. And then when Tizo did like those high notes, I'm not sure if those were supposed to be like howling or something, but it was weird. It sounded good, but it was weird in a good way. It was confusing. The song was kind of confusing also. It was confusing and weird, but it had some great moments, especially the Chief Keef sample and the Snoop Dogg part. Those 2 parts were like my most favorite parts. So that's why it's in this spot on the list, because overall I did really enjoy the song.
Pray until you find amen.
Amen is a beautiful song. I loved it for sure. Like, it was giving, like, it felt like a giant musical prayer. Like, it was great. I love the godly vibes, the praying vibes. I like the harmonizing, the choir. It definitely was giving church praying choir beautifulness. It was great. I loved Tizo's vocals. I liked his harmonizing and the chorus. It was great. Drake also did really well on his verse too. So I enjoyed the song altogether. But my one critique is I wish the song was longer, because the song was really short. And I wish it was longer. Like, when it was over, I was like, where's the rest of it? Like, the song should have been longer for sure, because it was way too short. But other than that, the song was beautiful. I enjoyed it.
My man. Don't talk to my man like that.
First of all, Adonis carried Daylight for sure. Like, his part was probably my favorite part on the album. It was a nice little surprise. Like, it was nice. It was definitely random. I was like, whoa. Why'd you throw Adonis on this very violent song? Because the song is pretty violent. And he threw Adonis on a very violent song. So I was very much confused. But it was a nice surprise. I liked it. Adonis did a good job. Like, considering he's like 5 or 6 years old, he did a pretty good job. It was cute. It was a nice touch. Drake did a very good job also on his part. I like the beat on the whole song. Like, I like the beat changes on the song. It was great. But the one thing I did not like, though, was the chorus, because it was a little bit too repetitive for me. And it was a very violent song, which is why I was confused as to why Adonis was on this song out of all the songs. Because this song was very violent. But, like, besides that, I really like the song. Like, it's very catchy. Like, because at first, I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. I was very skeptical about it. But once I heard it a few times, it definitely grew on me. And I was like, this song is pretty catchy. Has a nice little bounce to it, so I was feeling it. So I like the song. Adonis sounded really adorable on the song, so that's why I put it on this spot on the list, because I like the beat. Drake did a pretty good job. Adonis did a pretty good job, and the song grew on me. It's very catchy, so that's why I put it on this spot on the list.
Girl, you make me wanna cuff you like the law. Girl, you make me wanna work you like the job.
Fear of Heights was definitely an interesting song. This was the Rihanna diss track, okay? I don't know why he was dissing Queen Rihanna. Like, for real, why were you even doing this, Drake? For real? Why? Because it was giving jealousy. It was giving bitterness.
It's giving jealousy. It's giving bitterness. I
was like, you still got some stuff on your mind about Rihanna. This was a long time ago. Now, I kind of understand his frustration though, because I was a Drake and Rihanna shipper, so when they didn't really happen, I was kind of sad about it. But, you know, there ain't nothing we can do about it, Drake. So now what? Move on, please. But he was definitely spilling the tea in the song. But I was like, when I was listening to it, I was like, as soon as I heard that anti part, I was like, he's talking about Rihanna, obviously. Like, she literally has an album called Anti, so I put 2 and 2 together automatically. Like, it was pretty obvious. And I was like, stop the Rihanna slander. Like, Rihanna is great. She's doing great with A$AP Rocky or whatever. I know I was a Drake and Rihanna shipper, but at this rate, it's never gonna happen, so I'm just trying to move on from it. But this Rihanna slander, Drake, please stop with the Rihanna slander. Please stop. Just chill. It's okay. Like, calm down. But when you look past the Rihanna slander, I low-key like the song, though. Like, I like the beat. The chorus was catchy. And I thought the delivery, the way he was delivering the lines in the chorus was funny. So I was cracking up at the song at some points. But the Rihanna slander, I was not here for the Rihanna slander. Stop with the Rihanna slander. But other than the Rihanna part, when you look past the Rihanna diss part, I low-key like the song. Sorry. So, yeah, that's why it's in this spot on the list, because I low-key enjoyed the song when you look past the Rihanna dissing part.
Yeah, 3 kid.
I'll be giving no fucks.
IDGAF was fire. Like, I loved the beat. I love the song overall. The intro, I liked how like the intro was like all peaceful and it sounded like a galactic alien abduction, majestic vibes, and then all of a sudden the beat changed and the song was like all over the place. The song had like a lot going on, but I liked it though, because like when the beat came in and Drake and Yeat came in, it was like a sucker punch. It was great. I loved how the beat changed. I loved how busy the song was and it had like a lot going on. It was great. I liked the chorus. Yeat did a great job. Drake did a great job. And I like when Yeat has said, I say whatever I want. I do whatever I want. I'm counting up money for fun. That was great. I love that bar. This was definitely one of the more memorable songs from the album. And overall, the song was dope.
Hey, rich baby daddy gang. I'm with Red like I'm at
the Cincinnati gang. Hood bitch.
Surprisingly, I really loved Rich Baby Daddy. Like, I was very surprised that I ended up really liking this song, because I didn't think I was gonna like it, because Sexy Red was on there, and I was like, ooh, I was not for that at all. I did not think I was gonna like this song as much as I did. It was a nice, pleasant surprise. But I mostly like Drake and SZA. I love the beat of the song. I think it's a nice little club banger. It was cute. It gave. It's just the only part I did not like was Sexy Red, aka Miss Red. I like to call her Miss Red. So yeah, I wasn't feeling Miss Red on there at all. I feel like Drake gave her way too much of the song. He gave her the chorus and the verse and a verse. That's way too much. She should have had just the chorus only, or in a perfect world, she wouldn't be on the song at all. Sexy Red would not be on the song at all if it was up to me. But since she was on there, she should have had the chorus and the chorus only, no verse. Cause I mean, I don't hate Sexy Red at all. I just don't really like her music like that. Sure, she's a nice person. I'm not into her music. I don't think she's that good of a rapper, and her verse really was not that good. It was not giving at all. So I was like, why does he give her a verse and he gave her the chorus too? That's too much. She shouldn't have been on the song at all. Because when I saw the track list, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, what were you thinking? I was very much confused. And then I feel like SZA's part was too small. It was too short. I think the reason why it was too short was because he gave Sexy Red too much of the song. He gave her a chorus and a verse. So I feel like if he cut Sexy Red's verse, SZA's part would have been better. It would have been longer. Because SZA sounded amazing. Drake sounded amazing. Sexy Red was the worst part of the song for me. Now, I'll give her that. On the chorus, she did a pretty good job. The chorus is catchy. It's nice. But other than that, everything else she did was not very good. That's my only critique. The song was literally perfect except for that part. So that's it. I mean, I put it on the spot on the list because I very much enjoyed it, and out of all the songs on the album, this is one of the ones I listen to the most. So it's very catchy, and it's a very good, like, feel-good jam. It's great. I just feel like Sexy Red had too big of a part. And she either A, shouldn't have been on there at all, or B, should have had just the chorus and that's it. That's my opinion though.
Pretty but rough, just like Virginia Beach. I wanna get back to the days that you love me for nothing but what.
Virginia Beach is one of the most beautiful songs on the entire album. I really, 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 really love this song. Like, I'm serious. I'm like in love with this song right now. And I love the Frank Ocean Wise Man sample. This was definitely one of my favorite album openers by Drake. Like, this is definitely like top 5 favorite album openers. This song was definitely memorable. It was definitely one of the most gorgeous songs I've heard in a long time. Like, I really love the song. The song is amazing, and that's why it's number 2 on this list, because I love this song. I listen to this song all the time. This is one of the songs I listen to the most out of the entire track list, because I just want to hear that gorgeous beat, that gorgeous sample, and Drake's gorgeous voice, and Frank Ocean's gorgeous sampled voice on this. I love this song so much. That's why it's in this spot on my list.
Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big 3 like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
First Person Shooter was the best song on this entire album. And I knew the moment I heard this song that it was the one. It was gonna be number 1 on this list. I just knew. Like, literally, the song has the word first in the title, so it only makes sense that it's first place. Like, duh. J. Cole and Drake ate that entire song. They devoured that entire song. There were so many good bars in there. I couldn't even keep track of how many good bars that was in there. Some of the bars that stood out to me though, I like the Big 3 bar because it made me want a Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole song to happen. I'm like, that'd be like one of the greatest collabs of all time. Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. That would be cute. But I don't think that'll ever happen. But if it does, that would break the internet. So please make that happen. But anyway, besides that, that was one of the bars that stood out to me. When Drake said the Michael Jackson Beat It line, I like that. Because that's like my favorite Michael Jackson song. So I liked that bar. I also liked when Drake was talking about some of the verses that other rappers sent him are terrible and they sound like 2-year-olds. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, who you talking about? Who sent you a bad verse, Drake? Like, who was it? Like, that was interesting. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I also liked when they were calling each other the GOAT. I'm like, period, that's facts. Y'all know what's up. GOAT vibes all the way. Love the beat. Love the bars. Love both of their verses. J. Cole and Drake ate that. They did amazing. This was definitely probably one of my favorite songs from the entire year. Hands down. Like, this was probably my favorite song this year. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that. As of right now, it's my favorite song of the entire year. First Person Shooter, Virginia Beach, and Rich Baby Daddy. Those 3 songs are like what I listen to the most from this album for sure. I listen to the entire album all the time, but like the ones I listen to the most in my car while I'm driving is First Person Shooter, Virginia Beach, and Rich Baby Daddy. But First Person Shooter, that one is the one. Like, it's perfect. That's literally the perfect song. That was definitely the best song on this album, which is why I put it at number 1 on my list, because it's one of the best songs of the entire year. Okay, now it's time for my overall review. I think the album was pretty good. There wasn't really any songs that I did not like. The only song that I wasn't really feeling was the BBL song. Other than that, I think all the songs were either great or mid. I think the album had a pretty good mix of Drake singing and rapping. He definitely sang more than he rapped, but I don't mind when he sings because I love his singing voice, you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind if he sings more than he raps. So I think the album had a pretty decent mix of both, but he definitely sang a little bit more than he rapped. But I did not mind that. And I definitely enjoyed Drake's vocal performances. Like, he definitely has some great vocals on the album. I did not hear any bad vocals from him in particular. So I think his vocal performance was great. I think the features were nice. I mean, I liked almost all the features. I liked 90% of the features. The only feature that I wasn't really feeling was Miss Red, aka Sexy Red. I was not really feeling her feature very much, but everybody else's features, from what I can remember, everybody else's features were great. My most favorite features though were J. Cole and SZA. J. Cole and SZA definitely had the best features in my opinion. They stood out the most out of everybody for me, and I think they had the best vocal performances out of everybody. But everybody for the most part had a pretty good vocal performance. Now, initially when I was looking at the track list, I noticed that Nicki Minaj was missing, and I was like, where's Nicki Minaj? Because I heard that Drake and Nicki Minaj were allegedly going to do a collab. So I assumed it was going to be on this album, and it wasn't. So I was very much disappointed. I was very much upset when I did not see Nicki Minaj on the track list. But I was like, pause, let me wait a minute. Maybe their collab is going to be on Pink Friday 2 instead of this album. So I'm gonna wait till November, and hopefully that alleged collab is on there, because I was very sad, because I was for real, like, the Nicki Minaj song was what I was, one of the most things, or one of the main things that I was anticipating and that I was excited to see on the album. And then when I seen she wasn't on there, I was like, be so for real. Where is Nicki Minaj? Like, I was freaking out. I was like, Drake, be so for real right now. Like, stop playing with me. Did you lie about having Nicki Minaj? Like, I was so upset. But I was like, let me wait till November when Pink Friday 2 comes out. And then we can really see if he's on there. I hope he's on there, because then it'll give Moment for Life Part 2. And that'll be giving. So I'm excited for Moment for Life Part 2. If that's what it gives. But yeah. So I'm excited for the Drake and Nicki collab. I was just disappointed that it was not on this album, because I was expecting to hear it. I was looking for it, and I couldn't see Nicki. I was like, he did not kick Nicki off his album. I was like, wait a minute. But then I was like, okay, maybe it's on Pink Friday. So I'm gonna wait on that. Okay, so I really enjoyed the opener to the album, Virginia Beach. Loved the opener. The closer, Polar Opposites, it was pretty good. It just wasn't very memorable. Drake has definitely had better closers than that song. So it was not a bad closer, but it wasn't the best closer either. The opener was great though. One of my favorite openers. Perfect opener. Closer could have been better, but it still was pretty good. I loved the beats that he used throughout the album. I liked his rapping and singing. The vocals were great. Love my man Drake. Love that man. So I was definitely here for the rapping, singing mixture that he usually gives. And he delivered on that. Drake has definitely dropped a lot of projects within the last few years. And like in comparison to those, I'm going to go ahead and compare them. So like CLB, was this album better than CLB? No. It's not that far off from CLB, but was it better than CLB? No. Was it better than Her Loss? No. Definitely not better than Her Loss. Was it better than Honestly Nevermind? Yes, absolutely. It was definitely better than Honestly Nevermind. But I don't think it was better than Her Loss or CLB. But it's very close to those albums. It's just not as good as those were. But it was pretty close. His recent work has been interesting. Like, his recent stuff has been getting very mixed reviews. I've liked it. I've appreciated it, but not everybody will, and I understand that. This album, though, was a little bit mid, but I still liked it even though it was mid. But it was better, for sure better than Honestly Nevermind, though. So I'll give him that. It was better than Honestly Nevermind. Was it better than his, like, classic albums? No. Like, this album, I would not consider this a classic album. This is a very forgettable project by Drake, sadly. Was this album better than any of his classics? No, absolutely not. It's not even close to any of his classics. It's not even close to Take Care. It's not even close to, if you're reading this too late, it's not even close to Nothing Was the Same. It's not close to Thank Me Later, none of that. It's not anywhere near close to Views, nothing. Nothing from the classic Drake era. This album is nowhere near close to any of that. I would not consider this album a classic at all. Now, was it a bad album? No, it was not bad at all. But I would not consider this album a classic. No, this album is definitely not a classic. But I still liked it though. It just is not as good as his old stuff, sadly. So, yeah. So even though I had a lot of critiques on the album, I still liked it though. I still really liked it. It just is not up to par with his older stuff. So yeah, so that's my overall review on the album. I liked it, but it was not memorable at all, which is really sad because I love me some Drake, but this album was definitely not his best work, but it still was pretty good. So now that my review is over, I'm going to be giving the album a star rating out of 5. 5 stars meaning it was amazing, perfect album. 1 star meaning it was trash, and any number in between means that it was mid, and I'm going to give For All the Dogs 4 stars out of 5 because there was some points in the album where I did get a little bit bored. There was definitely some boring moments. The album was not that memorable. All the songs were good though. I did like all the songs except for BBL Love. That was the only song I did not really like that much. Other than that, I liked all the other songs. but my most favorites were First Person Shooter and Virginia Beach. Those songs were amazing. Other than that, all the other songs were either great or mid. There was no songs that were technically bad. They just were lacking the memorable factor. But other than that, the songs were still pretty good. Like, there was no song on here that was bad or terrible. All the songs were pretty good. They just were lacking that memorable vibe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, overall, I think the album was just mid. I'm not gonna lie, the album was mid. But it was like on the higher end of mid. It was on the high end of the mid scale, okay? So I gave it a 4 out of 5. So it's on the higher end of the mid scale. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But the album is definitely not Drake's best work at all. It's not even close to Drake's best work. But it's definitely not his worst album either. So my final thoughts is, I think the album was nice, but it was mid. It was not memorable, but it wasn't bad. It was cute. It was giving cute. The album was cute. That's all I can really say. It was cute. But those are my final thoughts on the album. I hope you enjoyed my review. So yeah. If you have not reached the end of this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kennedy____. Follow me on TikTok at Kennedy_39. And make sure you have me on Snapchat at KennedyBuck, no space, no capitals. I'll be back with more videos soon. See ya.
And all I can say is, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.